cut the engine and floating on down. Well, anyway, welcome back. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Just wanted to give you the update here on Piecemeal. We got the paint on it. Didn't quite go as planned on Sunday. A couple factors working against me. The big thing is, the moment I started spraying, I had everything mixed up. Came over here, got the gun out, and as you can see from the wall over here, setting up the gun. But anyway, started to get really windy outside. Blowing right through. Hey, Boondog. How you doing, Boondog? Boondog. Oh, you're supposed to be out with Lizard. Yeah, you're supposed to be over there with Lizard. Boondog came to say hi. So you came to scope the car out too, huh? Yeah. But anyway. How's it going, Boondog? No, you can't go for a ride right now. No, not yet. Really super windy. And I already had all the paint mixed up, so it's not like I could just stop. Because you got a certain pot life with that. And I think on that, I think it's 2 hours for a pot life. So I had it all mixed up. I had no choice. I had to flip the fans out the other way. Now see that orange fan on the floor over there? That's a fan I borrowed from work. It's an industrial exhaust fan. And that's 2000 CFM. And that's cubic feet a minute for anybody that doesn't know. That moves a good chunk of air. And it was still just whiffing right past that. Even that couldn't overcome it. So I had to whiff out the other way, pull the door completely down. But the barn is 3 stories. And there seems to be a Volkswagen right above me. But anyway, I can't stop all the dust. I can't stop all the dirt. And I got quite a bit of it down here in the paint. That was problem number 1. Problem number 2 is not so much the paint. Kirker paint. It's an okay paint. It's a good paint. It covered good. It did its job. The problem lies is it's a single stage metallic. And what I mean by single stage is basically kind of like a clear coat with the color and everything mixed in. You just spray it once. No clear coat needed. Well, remember after I picked it up, I researched, and even people that shops don't like to do single stage metallics because they have a problem with tiger striping. So naturally, I had a problem with tiger striping. You know, I have a certain talent level. Kind of wants to exceed my talent level. But trying to push through it because I got the paint mixed up. I have no choice. I got to roll with it. And one thing you could do, like if I would spray this horizontally, the next coat would be vertically. You know, try to kind of checker the pattern there to get rid of the tiger striping. Did that, and then other spots, I went heavier with it, obviously, because I'm trying to get it to blend in. Well, I end up getting a run. More than one run. A couple, actually. Man, that dry spot over there, I could see that like a sore thumb. But anyway, so after the second coat, I had a couple runs. Tried cutting some of them out. And, well, I could see them. I know they're there. Yeah, I mean, I blended them in the best I could. I still have a run right here. I'm going to show you. As you can see, I did underneath the trunk lid and the side rails. Did not do the floor. And here's the hood. Get a backup picture there. And where is it? Right here. Right here, some dirt. Now, a little bit of orange peel you see. Kind of reminds me of like a factory finish. But here's a run. That's the worst one. Right there. Right there if you missed it. That and then the color I chose makes everything stand out. So as you can see, right through here on the front bumper, you see a little rippling. I did not want 8 pounds of Bondo on this, so I kept it super thin. Obviously you can hear it's thin. There's actually not much on it. It is a super light coat. This is actually there from, there was a panel brazed in here at some point from like here to like here. So that's a good 18-inch panel that's like brazed in and not perfect. So that's why that's like that. We did the engine bay, as you can see. And I put a hood hinge on. That's about as far as I got. You see my garage door seal so great because it poured yesterday. No, the cords aren't plugged in, by the way. And then over here, you can see that's a spot I cut out. And then I tried blending it the best I could. And it is what it is. Not going to be perfect. And here's a dry spot right here. Because I was trying to blend over here. Instead of doing the whole panel, I did not. And then that's why I ended up with the dry spot. So at some point here, probably somewhere inconspicuous, maybe down here before I put the rear bumper on, I'll try on the rear valance panel there, or maybe down there on the rocker. I'll just see if maybe, because you're not actually supposed to be able to cut and buff a single stage metallic, just because it pulls the metallic. And you can see here with that first run, I showed you how the metallic pulls down. But I'm probably going to try down there or back there. I'll just see about if I can buff it and see if I can just clean it up a little bit, get rid of some of the dirt. Maybe be able to blend in those spots a little better. If I can make it work, I don't know. So I'm going to try it on a not well seen spot. So if I go messing it up, yeah, well, but it's not perfect. I don't think it looks bad. All things considered, since I ended up having gale force winds outside for some unknown reason, and I'm doing it in a 3-story barn that was built 173 years ago. So, all things considered, I don't think it's half bad. I mean, you look down inside the car's straight. There are some, see a ding or two on the roof, a ding or two on the sides, little dimples that I missed with the body work, which I half expected that. I wouldn't have been low on the primer there. If the primer would have been a little better for filler, I would have been able to work with them a little better, but it is what it is. I don't think it's too bad. It's going to do what it needs to do. Maybe in a year or two, I'll be repainting it anyway. Maybe if I find some better front fenders or whatnot, and we'll go from there. But you can see it is in paint. Oh, and I also did inside the doors. I'll show you. I did not do the very inside the door because I want to do this at like a satin black or something at one point. But I did the back side of the doors and the sills and everything else. I did not do the very lip here because the lip's not in bad shape. And this goes over it, and I went far enough so I'd cover it anyway. So that'll work because I'm still running. It's still the original interior, so I don't want to destroy everything. Got to keep some originality to the car. Oh, there's taillight bezels. They didn't turn out too bad. They look all right. So, I mean, all things considered, not terrible. It'll pass. I think it's a good 10-footer. You know, obviously you get up close, you're going to see all the flaws. And I'm aware of that. Like I said, I might try. Not right now. I got to give it some time to fully cure up. You know, it takes a good solid week to really start to get hard. And then it takes a good, figure month, till it's fully cured. That's why if you get something painted, they'll tell you, don't go into no car washes, high pressure car washes for like a month. And you got to give the paint time to fully cure off. So at this second, I'm not going to worry about cutting and buffing it. Obviously, it's getting some dust on it from just being in the barn. But maybe at some point, that's probably what I'll end up doing down here at the rocker or something. Maybe like the wheel well lip or something, just to try it out and see if I can cut it and buff it. And then go from there. Oh, I felt something. So that's where we stand. I'll keep you up to date. I got some ideas because it's, as you can see, 37-mile long car here. Not 37, I think it's like 18, 19 feet. But either way, it's a lot of gray. And just to break up that gray a little bit, I have an idea for slight old schoolish pinstripe design, just to set it off just a little bit, just to give it a little something different. I'm still working on that in my head. Don't know if the talent's there for that, but we shall see. So I am going to get the hood on, even though the motor and everything's not in the car. But I can't have it hanging back here and run the risk of it falling, something slipping and falling. So we're going to put it on the car, get it installed. That way then, if I need to move the car out for anything, clean up in here, I can. I'm going to work on getting the inside of the bumpers repainted up, clean all the trim up, and start putting it all back together and get the motor rebuilt and go over the transmission and rear end. And I swear every day the list gets longer and longer. I do one thing and 10 more pop up, but it is what it is. We can only do it as fast as we can. So I'm going to keep plugging away. That looks like a piece of tape down. It is a piece of tape down there, yeah. I'm going to keep plugging away, and I'll show you as it slowly comes together. Remember, we got, I don't know, 5-6 weeks, something like that, before I get to run it down the strip. Hopefully I get it done sooner and get down there to test it. It's not going to be the fastest. Don't expect it to be. But I'd like it to at least be fairly peppy, even for just a 318. So we're going to see what we can do with that, hopefully. And we'll go from there. So just wanted to give you an update, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. As always, thanks for watching. Give us a subscribe, like, share, whatever, if you feel like it. If not, okay. And leave a comment down below, because I'd like to know what you think here. Yes, it could have been better. I'm aware of that, but for right now, it'll get the job done. So thanks for watching.